Good morning, good morning, good morning, collective. Welcome back to Witchy Wisdom. So I'm going to do a little combination reading here. So it'll be a little bit longer. I usually do my midweek motivation. Today is Wednesday, March 12th. So happy midweek. And there is that intention there. But also, since tomorrow is my birthday, March 13th, I'm going to be 50 years old. Yay! As my teenage kids say, I am in my slay era, and I'm loving that. And that resonates fully. So I'm also going to do a full moon, okay? It's already holding its energy. It's 3 days before, 3 days after. The full moon is March 14th. And it's a lunar eclipse, okay? So that's the Earth is between the sun and moon versus our solar eclipse, right? Where the moon is between the sun and the Earth. So we have this beautiful full moon on March 14th. It's a lunar eclipse moon. It's known as many things: the blood moon, the worm moon, the storm moon. It is a full moon in Virgo. The storm moon, it's often called that because of the changing seasons, and we're shifting into spring with the equinox. Worm moon, almost just like what it says. The ground is getting softer and the earthworms tend to come up. So that's a very Native American, reference. The blood moon, it's that lunar eclipse, right? So when the earth is between the sun and the moon can tend to look a little bit red. So yeah, beautiful moon. Virgo, you want to make sure we're gathering all the facts, we're making all our plans, we're aligning our thoughts and values. Self-improvement is here in this moon. Communication is here in this moon, which we have to be careful of too with the communication, because Mercury also goes retrograde on the 14th as well. So it is a very powerful energetic vibration, astrologically and planetarily. So you'll probably feel that. Routines, pay attention to them. Trying to get the clarity of mind and not falling into the retro a little bit, and getting fuzzy. Multitasking, kind of stay with that. That's a lot of Pisces energy too. The multitasking, don't forget, we're still in Pisces season. So that's really important. And with Mercury retrograde, you just want to remember it's all going to be okay, right? It is what it is. Retrogrades, I always say, anything that's retro, think of the word re before it. You can realign, you can redo, you can recheck. Just pay attention to it. Never be afraid of it. Just sit in it. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. March is a beautiful vibrationary time, both astrologically, planetarily. We have so many things going on. I talked a little bit about it in my 3/3 portal read. But we have this Mercury going retrograde. We have our full moon, our first our lunar eclipse full moon. We move into the March equinox on the 20th. It becomes Aries season. We think about everything that's planted is going to start to bloom, right? And then we kind of get into a partial solar eclipse later in the March, like around March 29th. And that's about setting the intentions, right? And really kind of getting back and doing all those things. So there's a lot of energy, a lot of good energy, a lot of good vibration for the collective. Today's color, if anybody cares about the color of the day, today on March 12th, that color is topaz for today. So when we're thinking about topaz, we're thinking about attraction, success, creativity. It's kind of that orangey color. On the full moon, on the 14th, the color is pink, okay? And when we're thinking about pink, love, friendship, compassion, all those good things. So take it as it resonates, of course. We're going to kind of do a midweek motivation, but we're also hitting the full moon energy, okay? Kind of like, what do we need to know as a collective? Where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening here? Yeah, I'm excited. It's my birthday, so this is my last Wednesday in my 40s. I have celebrated my last. So I celebrated my last Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've kind of done like every day. I think I forgot about Thursday and Friday, but I was very aware of this past week, just that it's the last day in my 40s. So I've been celebrating. I feel good. I love this month. I love Pisces energy. I'm a real full Pisces. My sun and my moon are in Pisces. I'm a Pisces, so it's pretty strong. Okay, so for the collective, where do we want to be? Let's see what we got. Oh, we've got some focus areas here, folks. So we are focusing on relationships, and this can be a relationship with self. Take it as it resonates. It can very much be romantic relationships, which is funny because this is kind of energetically where we are as we come into this full moon and Merc goes retrograde. If things in your relationships or even relationship with self are not working or not where they want to be, decisions need to be made. Okay, so focus in on that. Things that aren't resonating, things you want to change, habits, different things like that. Be careful with the communication if it's a couple scenario, and just kind of go lightly, sit in it, let it, don't be quick to react. Think about the words, don't react to it, right? Kind of sit in it for a minute, but focus on it. And it's positive. This isn't a negative message. It's just making sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Look at the chalice, right? The cup kind of overflowing and pouring onto them. There's blooming, hence the springtime and kind of things happening. So it's positive and moving in the right direction. Just if there's any things that need to be said, even again, how it resonates with self, changes, things that need to be said, motivations, things you need to do, make sure you get them in order, okay? Focus up on gratitude. This is the tobacco card. This is about the offering. This is about finding gratitude every day. Or if you're very spiritual or working towards spiritual enlightenment or, spiritual higher vibrations and kind of elevating your spirituality, think about your ancestors, giving gratitude, maybe having an altar for springtime, kind of focus on that. Find something every day to be grateful for, so then in turn that energy can feed out not only to the collective but back to you into your abundance in all its forms. So pay attention to that. And then again, we have the bookends of love here, and this is a number 11 card as well. Number 11 and number 12, so it's very sequential. And this is love and just relationships, and focusing on this month with really things blooming. And again, I'm being called to keep saying this, so I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but universe is saying, for those that are hearing this or listening, it can be very much about self-love and finding where you need to be. If you're open to wanting a relationship but you're not there yet, the self-love needs to be in order, and everything needs to be right with knowing how worthy you are and how beautiful you are and all of the things, so that a partnership love can come in, right? If you're in the partnership love, it's blooming, it's going well. Again, make sure that you're watering it and taking care of that flower as it's bloomed, and there's communication and care there, especially as we head into some planetary retrogrades, right? Make sure that we're caring for it. Miscommunications can always happen. I mean, Merc is more like techie stuff a lot of times, but there still can be contractual things or communication things that can be misconstrued. Let's use that word. Be open to love. Be open to caring for yourself. Be open to doing nice things for yourself, I'm hearing. Let's build on it a little bit with some moon cards, shall we? Yeah, be bold and make the first move. You are good enough. Believe in the impossible. I mean, it's almost like it summarizes itself. Yeah, be bold and make the first move, for yourself or in the relationship. If we need to take it to the next level or we want some movement, a conversation can be had. Be bold. Do everything in love. Look at the pink hue. I love that. Do everything in love, and that day is pink. It's about love and attraction on the 14th. That is the color. You're good enough, recognizing that, okay? Focusing on recognizing, look at the love, that you're good enough for all the things you want and desire, that you're good enough for all the plans you want to make for yourself and for a partnership to come in there, okay? Whatever that may look like for you. Believe in the impossible. So some of you may be feeling that this rose card, the number 12 with the hand in hand, that relationship is not there. If you think it's not going to be there, it's not going to be there. If you believe in the impossible and get yourself right in that self-love and then believe that it can come in, it's going to come in. It's really that simple and that hard all at the same time. It's the easiest thing to say and the hardest thing to do. Let's go into our Divine Compass deck, and this is just giving us some clarity with this full moon. I apologize that I'm not doing private full moon reads. I am feeling very called to enjoy the my birthday and just really living in that and feeling the energy and giving to myself. So this is kind of for the collective. But if it resonates and you like it and you want to shoot me a birthday cup of tea, I'll take it. All my links are in my bio. Feel free to send me a 50th birthday present. I love that. I will gladly receive. Okay, a little bit of divine clarity here for our full moon. Where are we? Yeah, I really, really, really like this. So this is about releasing the burdens. This is a saving grace card. And when you do all this, right, you're bold, you make those first moves, you release the burdens, you forgive yourself. This is huge. Heal wounds that can then set you free, and all of this can come in. And remember, it sat on this card that could be very much about couples, but it can be very much about fulfilling that masculine and feminine energy within self, right? And it's 11, new beginnings. It's also twin flame number. So there's a lot that can be in that card. Take it as it resonates, but making sure that you're giving yourself grace in releasing the burdens allows all of that to come in. Right? We had ancestral gratitude, really living in that depending on where your spirituality is, knowing that you're good enough for all the things that you're manifesting and wanting. Clear the way. This is the cutting edge. Think of that sword, right? This is really slicing through the obstacles, getting rid of them. Sits really nicely with releasing the burdens, right? The obstacles that are in your path, from knowing you're worthy, knowing you're good enough, giving gratitude, any doubts, get rid of them, burn them, cut them, set them on fire, let them go, release them. Under this full moon, there is no better time, okay? And then believing in our miracles, our love, our sequential 11 and 12 bookends. This is amazing. So where are we now? Important parts. This is the hidden keys card. So this is all about piecing things together for the bigger picture. Kind of like when you have pieces missing, you can't see how pretty the cube is. It's like, oh, I need to do this, or maybe I need to change this, or I need to release this, right? Nice bookends, just kind of getting it all together so we have that beautiful clarity, okay? And last but not least, let's drop a wild heart card. This is just kind of like an animal and flower spirit, in kind of in honor of spring coming. And you know what, this one kind of fell, and I'm going to keep that to the side for a second. Just a nice little summary. Turtle and the water lily. So this is all about steady and hopeful, and remembering that it's divine timing. Everything happens for us, not to us. Everything happens when it's meant to happen. Everything in divine timing. Keep making progress. Believe in your own talents. All of this is beautiful. And this kind of fell out, and this is the moose and the thistle. And again, grace. We had a saving grace card over here, and this is about instinct and grace. Follow your intuition. If you're feeling pressured, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it, have grace under pressure. The moose is such a huge animal, but if you've ever had the privilege of seeing a moose, they walk with grace and slow, and they go into the water slowly and they take a drink. Can they be fierce and run and be crazy? Absolutely. But it's like beauty and power, right? So live in that. I hope this fed your souls. Happy full moon, everyone. Blessings, love, and light. Thank you for watching.